On June 24, 1987, in the heart of Argentina, a child was born who would transform football. His father, Jorge Messi, was a steel factory worker, and his mother was a simple cleaning worker. A small yard, 3-year-old Lionel walks toddy-tatty, kicking a ball and laughing. At the age of 5, Lionel wore a team shirt for the first time. Grandoli, a small team, but a home for the beginning of big dreams. At the age of 8, Messi's talent was undeniable. Newell's Old Boys, one of Argentina's top teams, gave him a chance, and he showed everyone that he was no ordinary kid. He did magic with the ball. Every game was a spectacle. People wondered, how far is this guy going to go? But the future is not always clear. He was sitting on his bed in his room, upset that his body wasn't growing. His difference from others was becoming more apparent every day. Doctors diagnosed Lionel Messi with growth hormone deficiency. Without treatment, he would never have grown like a professional footballer. But the cost was a major obstacle. His family was willing to do anything to treat Messi, but the costs of treatment were high, and they were looking for a glimmer of hope. River Plate, the big Argentine club, saw Messi's talent. But when they heard about the cost of treatment, they took a step back. The future was more uncertain than ever. Finally, Barcelona called. They were willing to give Messi a chance and pay for his treatment. A big decision was coming. Leaving home wasn't easy, but dreams sometimes come at a high price. Lionel was going to Spain, where his destiny awaited him. La Masia, the academy that made stars. In the meantime, a little boy from Argentina had to prove himself. He was small in size, but his heart was bigger than anyone else. With his talent, he silenced everyone. Barcelona didn't want to lose this talent. A strange contract was signed on a napkin. This was the beginning of a legend. He was still a teenager, but the world was learning his name. The future awaited him. A new country, an unfamiliar language, homesickness. But Messi knew why he was here. This was his starting point. Messi was the smallest, but no one trained harder than him. Technique, speed, mentality. He was preparing himself for something big. At first, no one knew who this Argentinian boy was. But after a few months, everyone realized that there was a genius in their midst. The first match, a spectacular move, a beautiful shot, and the first goal. Messi was no longer a stranger. He was the future of Barcelona. The big European clubs noticed this talent. The offers started pouring in, but Barcelona weren't going to let him go. The fateful day arrived. He trained for the first time alongside the stars he had always seen on TV. But was he ready? The coaches saw him do magic with the ball. Frank Rijkaard smiled and said, "This boy will surprise the world one day." The moment he had been training for his whole life was near. He was going to shine on the pitch of the Camp Nou. A teenage boy among legends. He entered the field in the 75th minute. Maybe no one knew it, but history was being made. Ronaldinho, one of the greatest of his time, said, "This kid is going to be better than all of us," and he was right. He was no longer an academy player. Lionel Messi officially became a first-team player for Barcelona. The first goal is always special, a historic moment. It wasn't just a goal, it was the announcement of a king. The newspapers wrote about him. The experts praised him. But this was only the beginning of a long road to his subsequent successes. Barcelona's directors knew that the future of the club was in the hands of this boy. They had to take care of him, because Messi wasn't just a player, he was a gem. Are the problems over? No. The real challenges have just begun. Can Messi prove himself to the world? In the next episode, follow his defining moments on his path to becoming a legend.